Hey everyone, we are currently in a market that is adjusting. What are the adjustments that a buyer needs to do for this adjustment market? It's simple. Buyers have to know that they don't have to actually pull the trigger as quickly as they had to in the past. Right now, the market is changing and it's becoming more of a buyer's market than a seller's market. I mean, it's still a very good seller's market, but a buyer needs to know that they could take the time and make a rational decision with their realtors. They need to know not to jump into a deal and overpay. Even if they're putting in all cash or 50% down, why would you go into a deal, buy a home, and already be behind the 8 ball when it comes to market value? It will take years to reach that market value of what you pay for the home. So right now, we're in a market right now that the buyers could take their time and just make a rational decision. But on the flip side, they need to also understand that the interest rates are moving up. So when interest rates are moving up, they could be totally blown out of the market when they're looking at a certain home that meets all their needs. If the interest rates shift dramatically, it could take them right out of that market, and then they have to either rent a little longer or settle for a smaller house that doesn't meet their family needs. So yes, take your time, but once you've analyzed all the options and you're comfortable with everything, pull the trigger, make those offers, and make good offers. Don't try to steal the property away from the seller. It'll never happen. Make good quality offers. Make the realtor's life a lot easier. Make the seller's life a lot easier, and make your life a lot easier. Buy your dream home. Sellers, wow. Okay, so the market is changing right now, and a lot of sellers have not, they're still drinking the Kool-Aid. They still think they're in a market that is a year old, 6 months old. They're still thinking that their homes are basically worth a tremendous amount of money, that they have castles in the sky. What a seller needs to do is basically watch a little news, watch the business channel, understand what's going on in the market. Listen to your realtors, listen to your listing agents. Make sure you understand what market you're in, because the longer you're on that market, the longer your home is being advertised, the worse it is. Every day that your home is on the market longer than it should be, it creates a pressure on you. When your home hits the market, the advantage is yours, not the buyers. It's yours. You're the hot market, you're the hot house on the market, and everybody's intrigued. If you're overpriced, okay, and let's be for real, that's probably the only reason why you're not selling, because everything has a price. You could be built on an Indian burial ground. You can have a cemetery in your backyard. You could be whatever it is. The price is always adjusted accordingly, and you'll sell your home. So if you're overpriced, your house will not be shown. Offers will come in very, very low. They will not take you serious. And as time goes by, you're going to be chasing the market down. And as the market shifts to more of a buyer's market, you can always chase the market down. You need to list properly in the beginning. Get ahead of the curve. Make sure you price correctly. There are checks and balances over here. There's going to be appraisals done, and nobody's going to steal your home. So now understand that. You're going to sell it at the end of the day at the market value. Not a penny more, not a penny less. And please, for the love of God, listen to your realtor. That's why you're paying them. That's why you're paying them the big bucks. They're going to make sure your home sells quickly and for top dollar. Okay, market shifts. Okay, we talked about the buyers, we talked about the sellers. Last is the realtor. The realtor needs to know what kind of market they're in. The realtor needs to know where that market is going, what direction is going. Start asking questions. Start reading, articles online. Start talking to your lenders. Find out where the market is going. Are we becoming more of a seller's market, or are we going into more of a buyer's market? Educate your buyers. Educate your sellers. Make sure that you're a resource of value. At the end of the day, they're going to make their own decision. But they need to make the decision based on the information that you've given them. So if you are in front of a seller and you're giving them honest information as far as where that house should be listed and what it's supposed to be marketed for, at the end of the day, they're going to make their own decision. But at least you were honest with them. You told them where it's supposed to be. So you don't have to, basically overinflate the price to get the listing and then beat them over the head every week for a price reduction. You could kind of play the I told you so, game. And I wouldn't say it in that way, but at least at the end of the day, the seller's gonna say, you know what? My realtor was right. My realtor was right. They told me to list it at that price. And now, as time goes by, you need to know where to be. Now that they realize that you're right, you need to educate your seller where to bring that price. And I would bring it right up to the market price, even maybe a little bit below the market price, because you are doing price reductions. Make sure, get that buzz. Make sure that home goes back in the market as a hot listing. And watch that. You probably will get full price or even above asking price. That's what realtors need to do with sellers. With buyers, realtor needs to also educate the buyers. A lot of buyers will, go on forever and look at 1 million homes and never pull the trigger. They were pulling a lot of triggers a few months ago because inventory was very, very low. It was a seller's market. They were making rash decisions. It's not that case like right now. So now a buyer could take their time and kind of evaluate everything, sometimes too long. A realtor needs to address the buyer and basically kind of explain to them, hey, we've looked at 20 homes right now. We had to see homes that meet exactly what you're looking for. You need to pull that trigger because time is of essence. The interest rates are moving up, and right now that if you wait, the next interest hike might blow you out of the water. We can't even look at these homes anymore. So as a realtor, you need to educate your buyers. So a lot of times, a lot of buyers are just afraid to pull the trigger, and they need that push. They need that guidance. It would always work out for the favor of the buyer if a realtor comes off, and not in a pushy way, but in a confident way that this is a right decision to make, a right investment. And as a realtor, obviously, you're going to make sure that you're going to lead them into that right decision because of your experience. They will thank you in the end, and they'll definitely thank you when they need to sell that property and give you a call.